Hey there, let me quickly show you what we're gonna go for today. So, we've got a character and they have a gun they can shoot. And whenever they hit a character, it makes a flash hit sound. And I'm gonna show you how I did that. It's relatively simple, I hope, and I'm using event dispatchers for this. There's 1,000 different ways to do this, but I think this one's pretty straightforward. All we gotta do, before we do that, let me just go through this. So I'm calling flash hit event dispatcher inside the bullet that I'm shooting, and this is on event hit. So you have your logic, I have mine. Yours is probably not that elaborate. It doesn't have to be, at least. I'm working in a multiplayer game. Yes, I'm just doing a couple of checks, and then I'm applying damage. And the interesting part is this call flash hit, which is our event dispatcher. Now when we go back to the player character, we have this event called spawn bullet. I'm doing a couple different checks because this is my custom logic. But basically, whenever you spawn your bullet base, your bullet, out of the return value, you want to bind an event to flash hit. So flash hit. You can do assign, bind. I usually use bind event. Doesn't matter too much. And so out of this bind, there's like this little thing here. And you can do custom event. That's usually how it looks like. The name isn't really important, but mine is just, I usually just call it whatever the event dispatcher is and then callback. And all I'm doing here, at least right now, is just play a sound for the player character, sound 2D, so only they can hear it. And that's the bullet impact sound that I just heard. So the way you create this is, again, pretty straightforward. You just create your event dispatcher here, give it a name, what do you like? Delete this one because I already have one. And then inside your bullet, you're gonna drag it in here and do a little call. And yeah, just do it similar where it makes sense. For me, it's just after all my checks and that I actually hit another character. And then you just leave it like that. And then inside your character, or pawn or whatever, you spawn the bullet out of. It could even be your gun, honestly. You just do the bind event. So just drag it out of the bullet and just do bind and whatever you call it, your dispatcher. Then it's gonna look like this. You're gonna do custom event, call it something, and then out of here you just do whatever you want to do when this event happens. Because this is like this event that you define here on the unbinding to flash hit dispatcher. It's gonna get called anytime you call the flash hit dispatcher, which we are doing here. Right, you see this call flash hit, and this is binds. This node binds this event to that. Event. It's more or less all the same. So yeah, I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions or if you want to make a more in-depth video on this. But yeah, it was just a little quick trick I thought I'd share with you.